Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to wherever you are in the world, and welcome to round number 9 of the Flat Out Racing League Championship here at Spa-Francorchamps, and we have a little bit of rain for you today, so I'm sure we're going to be in for an exciting and very tricky qualifying session for the drivers, and I'm sure that we will enjoy it very much so. But before there is any actual track action here, we will go through the points so far after race number 8. So in first position we have North, or as I've been instructed to call North, Mort on 270 points. Second is Anil on 235 points. Third is Max on 228 points. Crow is 4th on 223 points. 5th is Fuller on 220 points. 6th is Cully on 205 points. 7th is Tambo on 200 points. 8th is Dino on 192 points. 9th is Bullet on 189 points. 10th is Deadly on 142 points. 11th is Going on 142 points. Stoke is 12th on 134 points. TT's in 13th on 132 points. 14th is Demon on 119 points. 15th is Den on 97 points. 16th is Neon on 81 points. And rounding everything up, Batty is 17th on 38 points. Jacuzzi is 18th on 36 points. 19th is Takers on 34 points, and 20th is Woods on 0 points, who joins us for the first time this evening. But now we have a little bit of action on circuit as the drivers are now on their outlaps around Spa, as we're watching Sam here come through Puon on the outlap, just very cautiously. Got to make sure that you don't want to be losing the car, you would just want to find where the grip is. I do apologise for that just then. I had to just adjust the sound of the game for my stream and for myself, because I couldn't actually hear it too much. But looks like everyone... Oh, as Sam takes a wide line, and Deng wasn't really expecting. I'm not too sure why Deng is so close on the beginning of a lap. You probably want to be backing off, unless there's some role playing or good teammates going on here at Renault. Now through Arouge and top of Radion, looking very comfortable there is Sam, compared to what you normally see people doing in the dry, especially in a good old random lobby. But we're not in the random lobby, that is for sure. Very cautious on the throttle, very low on the revs, as you have to be to make sure you don't spin up the tyres. Having to correct a little bit of a slide there, and then through the corner with no name. Very easy to go on the wall on the exit, or to lose it. Now through Puon. So crucial you don't touch that inside curb at all. So we've got some yellow flags in sector 2. That might just be for some people on outlaps letting drivers through, but we have a yellow flag in the first sector. Now that might be for something a little bit more. Have to try C here. No. Oh, we do have some front wing there. So indeed. Oh, and Sam has retired from the session. Let's try and see whereabouts, what happened to Sam. How on earth has his car ended up there? What I think potentially what might have happened is he's clipped the inside curb of Blanchimont, and that has sent him off into one of the walls. But currently we are on provisional pole. After 5 people have set lap times, we have Crowman on a 154.8, Bullet Boy on a 155.6, Mort on a 155.8, but we have Matty Shaw here coming towards, sorry, Takers coming towards the line. He's going to set a 148.8. We have Deng on a 156.4. Liam Shane on a 156.9. Max on a 57.6. And that is how we look so far. Matty Shaw now comes towards the line. He sets a 2:10, so might have made a mistake on that lap and just decided to. The TARDIS has a little bit of a moment through that corner. Deadly Jason is on an outlap. Very difficult corner is that second Stabilo in the wet. If you go a little bit too wide on that exit curb, then you can potentially even go into the wall. TARDIS just lifting ever so slightly through Blanchimont into the bus stop chicane. Looks like he's just broken a tad too late, and indeed he has. Won't compromise him all that much, but that will. Poor exit for TARDIS, and where is that going to put him? It's got to put him currently 6th on a 157.5. Now let's see if Takers can improve here through the bus stop chicane. I think he might just be preparing for a lap, and indeed he is. If you have a look at his ERS deployment. Oh, and we have Woods here. That's at the top of our Rouge, top of Radion, with no front wing. So he's gone for a little bit of a spin there. Of course, a very difficult corner in the dry on this game, let alone in the wet. We've also had here Matty Shaw off somewhere, because he's got gravel on his tyres and not exactly getting out the way in the best way. There, in the middle of the racing line. I'm not sure if Mort was on a lap there. Oh, and UK and Stoke Jacko has gone into the wall there at the top of Radion, and as we were on board, UK Demon looked like he was going to go into the wall as well when he was seemingly going at about 2 miles an hour. Oh, we've got some more yellow flags in the first sector. What's going on? Oh, Max has lost the coming out of the source, and that is his front wing off. Well, certainly half of his front wing there. Very easy to just a bit too eager on the traction there, and on the throttle was Max. Now he needs to make sure he safely returns the car to the pits. Oh, and Woods has got a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Shane. We see Shane here driving off the circuit. Not sure what's happened there. And Shane's just getting out the way of everyone. Oh no, he's taking out the brake meter boards. Well, at least the 150, I don't think most people will be using that, but still, that's quite annoying. irritating for some drivers, as he now comes in the pits as Aneltanovic starts his lap. Oh, and Takis is off! His wheel is off and he's out in the wall at the top of Radion. That claims its second victim so far in this qualifying session, just pushing a tad too hard. Now let's see if Aneltanovic makes it smooth. Oh, he's lost the rear end as well! Oh, and somehow he has saved it there through Eau Rouge. A brilliant save by Aneltanovic, just pushing a tad too hard there through Radion and through Eau Rouge. And somehow he kept it out the wall. But we still have Crowman at the top on provisional pole. Just over 7 minutes remaining in this session. As it looks like Max has just run out of fuel, coming back to the pits now. Oh, Bullet Boy's got on that inside curb, a pull on. Oh, and I thought he was going to lose it there. Lucky boy is Bullet Boy right there. But now coming through the first stablo on the exit, on the outside curb on the entry to the corner, and that's going to cost him a hell of a lot of time. I don't even think he's pushing. No, he's not. He's saving his ERS, in fact. So we've got Crowman on a lap. Not sure if this is a fast lap or an out lap. Anyway, through the first stablo, then through the tricky second stablo. So important just to carry as much throttle as you possibly can as we run down the back straight. I wouldn't even call it a straight. Oh, and Crowman just feathered that outside, sorry, the inside curb. Lost the car for a split second, but regained control of the car as he comes towards the line. Will he improve? Yes, he does, to a 1:54.3, and I must say, the rain has just stopped. DRS is enabled, so we'll see some lap times. We'll see the lap times come tumbling down now, and those who have put it in the bin at the top of Blanchimont or anywhere else will be feeling quite silly now, as they will be guaranteed to start the back of the grid unless everyone bins at the top of Eau Rouge already. But I'm sure some drivers at least will be able to survive through there. There's Bullet Boy. We'll be coming back into the pit lane now. Need to find out the names of that corner. So we have our first car coming out onto track on the soft tyre, I believe it was. Is that Woods on an outlap on Inters? It stopped raining, you... It stopped raining and he's on the wrong tyres for these track conditions, and that he might not even be able to get a lap in now on those on the dry compounded tyre after that mistake there, not paying attention. There we go. We have Liam Shane on the super soft tyre. Just trying to get some temperature into them. We have Matty Shaw on the softs. Oh, and who was that retiring from the session? It was UK Demon. Don't know where he was on circuit, but he has he is out of the session. Anyway, but Woods is retired from the session. I don't think he would have got back to the pits in time anyway. But we have our first dry tyre runner here in Matty, and he will be able to get another lap in, which is going to be very beneficial here as he begins his lap now. Coming into the source, very cautious on the brakes, I must say, but clipping the apex, not losing any time doing that, that's for sure. And now on his way down towards Air Rouge, clips it beautifully. Make sure he doesn't touch that inside curb too much, and lovely through Radion. Now down the Camel Straight, down towards Lecombe. Braking just before the 100 metre board there. Clipping the apex. Just looks like Matty is trying to do a clean lap here, which is very smart, and then maybe push massively on the last lap, which he will get, because he will certainly be able to do one more lap. Oh, as Dino has just decided to overtake Matty, who's on his lap. Interesting. But it looks like he's streaming away, so fair enough. It looks like Matty might not have decided not even to push on this lap, as he still has a tremendous amount of ERS left. Fairly wise decision, I must say, if you want your ERS saved for the second lap. But now he's going to have to back off ever so slightly from Dino. But I think he's going to improve here on his fastest lap of the... Oh, and Liam Shane has just come out of nowhere and set a 147. But Matty Shaw has improved to 157.5. But now this is going to be ultra hard for me to take... well, just to see who's setting what times here, as the times are just going to be falling and falling from everyone. Let's see who is the last person who's going to be on track to set a lap. It might be Deadly Jason, but Crowman is not going to improve our current... Well, the man who was on provisional pole is not going to make it around in time, and he's going to be stuck on a 154.3, and that's going to see him way down the order as Max sets a 146.4 to currently go on a provisional pole. Deng coming into the bus stop chicane, braking as late as he possibly can, clipping the last and the second apex of the bus stop chicane. Lovely. What time is he going to see? He's going to set a 144.6. Now, who is the next car on track who's going to come across the line? Looks like it might be Dino. Through Blanchimont, very aggressive there on the exit curb into the bus stop chicane. Will he get it stopped in time? Locks up ever so slightly. Now coming out of the bus stop. What time is he going to set? 144.7. Now Bullet Boy coming towards the line. Abel's gone fastest on a 144.1. Bullet Boy's set a 143.9. Now we have Mort coming to the... Oh, and Mort's ran out of fuel. Disaster for our current championship leader. He's ran out of fuel, but still improved. What time is Jason going to set? He's going to go 8th, I believe that is. And who's even on pole? I can't even remember who's on pole. There was so much action at the end of that session, I can't even remember who was on pole. I think it's Bullet Boy. And then Anil. Yes, indeed, it is Bullet Boy on the soft compounded tyre. Very impressive performance there by Bullet Boy, who takes pole position from Anil Tanovic in second, Deng in third, fourth is Dino, fifth is Fuller, sixth is Liam Shane, seventh is Max, eighth is Jason, ninth is Tardis, 10th is Mort, 11th is Crowman, 12th is Matty Shaw, 13th is Demon, 14th is Takis, and Woods is in 15th. I might be able to just see the final classifications watching back. No, I can't. So sorry to those who are below Woods there in 15th. I have not been able to read your name out. I apologise for that. But it looks like we've got a sunny race here in Spa. Don't think there is a cloud in the sky, which currently describes the weather here in Melbourne. Not a cloud in the sky. Of course, it's just about 7:15 here in the morning. Slightly earlier wake up for me, as we have gone out of daylight savings, and of course you folks in the EU, or in Europe I should be saying, has gone into daylight savings, of course. Just waiting for a few people to load in as we'll get underway on the formation lap. As we've got a Mercedes in the middle of the track there towards the back, not sure what that's about, but we're underway on the formation lap. Yes, we've got quite a few disqualifications there. Looks like it was the Mercedes of Jacuzzi whose car decided to spawn in the middle of the track. Oh, I just noticed his helmet. Shout out to Jacuzzi, you have a very nice helmet, my friend. That's a lovely design. Is that a little blue under with the red? Oh yes, that is very nice. But off of commentary on helmets, we have quite an amount of cars here being disqualified. We have Dang, Max, Crowman, Stoke and Woods all disqualified. It's not what you want, especially on this long lap. Your tyres are going to be massively cold. Bullet Boy coming through. Sabalo there. But we're nearly going to be lining up here. As more than half of the grid is pretty much basically already lined up on the grid after being disqualified from the formation lap. So just waiting for a few more cars to line up here. Yep, here comes Sam on that medium tyre, and he is now going to take up his grid slot, and we are about to get underway here at Spa. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And lights out, and away we go. A Haas in the background has jumped the start, and a couple of slow starters there behind, but looks like most of us make it safely through La Source, which is good to see. Might have been a little bit of contact in the background, but I can't keep ahead of all of that, as we have Anel Tanovic all over the back of Bullet Boy. Gonna try and go around the outside is Anel Tanovic of Bullet Boy here into Lecom. Or has he just managed it? Yes, he has, around the outside of Bullet Boy into Lecom, and he has got that move done. Impressive stuff there by Anel Tanovic, who need to get that move as he is on the softer compounded tyre. Just trying to keep up with all the action behind, but it's very difficult to at the moment. Through Pillon we come. Oh, as Liam Shane is all over the back of Deng here. But he's not in the position to make an overtake happen. Now it looks like it's going to be a bit of a slipstream fest here with Deng in the slipstream of TARDIS, who jumped the start. Or it looked like he jumped the start, unless it was a lag start. I didn't quite see if he did get a penalty for a jump start. Doesn't look like he has, in fact. But Anel Tanovic, our leader, sets fast slap the race. As now Deng is going to try and go down the inside of TARDIS into La Source. Goes very, very deep on the brakes. But he's got the move done, at least for the time being. And we'll get a lovely perspective here from Liam. Behind the TARDIS and Deng. So you have some yellow flags. Oh, and Max is on the grass. I'm not sure what for, but I think Crowman has lost it at the top of Air Rouge. I'll try and check. Oh, there's been a little bit of contact there between Mort and Max, and Mort has some front wing damage. Now let's see what's happened to Crowman. Yes, he has no front wing. There's been some major contact somewhere, or he has lost the top of Radion Air Rouge. The disaster for Crowman. And Crowman has decided to quit. Oh! And as he's retired, the safety car has been brought out. So that will be good for at least Mort, who will be able to pit to fix that front wing of his that picked up a little bit of damage after some contact with Max. But very early safety car here on lap 2. Well, the end of lap 2 here at Spa. As Anel decides to pit. Be interesting to see what tyres he pits onto. Probably going to be the soft or medium. Well, I think that would make sense. Just somehow. What tyre does Anel go onto? He goes onto the medium tyre. Oh, it looked like it was the medium tyre, but indeed it is the soft tyre. And we're going to see now what tyre everyone is now on. So all the super soft runners have either gone onto the medium or the soft compounded tyres. So those who qualified and all started on the soft or medium tyre have come out big winners here. And those people are Takis, Woods, Jason, Mort, Sam, TARDIS and Bullet Boy, who got very close to the safety car there. Please don't crash into the back of the safety car. But interesting, Mort has decided not to pit after he did did sustain some damage to the left-hand side of his front wing. Now hopefully there is no contact here between any of the drivers behind the safety car, because it is very easy to do. But I think I'll just have a little bit of a breather here whilst we are behind the safety car. As I'll just pop over to see the chat. Tard's got to drive through. Okay, yep, there we go. He did indeed jump the start. I thought he did. And that has just been confirmed in the chat. So thanks for that. Interesting to see how long the safety car will stay out. It's at least going to stay out for another lap. And that'll be good for those people on the medium tyre. Oh, and Max has got 5 second stop go penalty for a severe collision. I'm not sure if he has any damage, but there you go. As we have some people in the pit, we have more. We have Jason, we have Demon and Jacuzzi all coming into the pits. Some of them will be full damage. Interesting to see that most of those guys opt to go onto the medium. Well, in fact, no. Jason's gone on the medium, Demon's gone on the soft, Morton has gone on the medium, Jacuzzi's gone on the soft, and Woods has gone on the medium as Takis is lost it there at the top of Radion underneath the safety car. Thankfully not too much, to the point where he's lost some front wing, but he was certainly in the grass there at the top of Radion. As I think we're all just waiting to get back underway. Bullet Boy, just please don't have some contact with the safety car, lad. I know you're frustrated, but please just don't make contact. As we have the awful glitched gearbox there of Bullet Boy. So I'll just watch on board from the TARDIS. And you can hear the sound glitch of Bullet Boy. He's gearbox is being absolutely destroyed. Galactic Skull saying in the chat, what the hell is that thing at the front? I know, it's a safety car. A rare thing on this game, and it is now going to disappear into the distance as the safety car is now going to be in on this lap. So now we're going to have form a massive queue here behind Bullet Boy. But Bullet Boy looks like he hasn't been slowed down too much and has gone extremely early. As you can see, he might even catch the safety car here through the bus stop chicane. There you go, he's being forced to slow down, and that's going to cause chaos as Max has careered into the back of someone once again underneath the safety car, and there's been utter chaos there. Tarkus is in the pit lane. And I'm assuming Anel Tanovic is now in the pit lane, Max is in the pit lane, and that has just destroyed a number of people's races because people weren't paying attention and because Bullet Boy just went too early there. There's now Oh, and TARDIS is out at the top of our Rouge. He is in the wall, and he is out of the Grand Prix. As I'm going the wrong way, got Fuller here trying to go down the inside of Dino into Lecom. Is he going to be able to get it done? Yes, he is. The Force Indy is off circuit, and that might allow the Renault to get down the inside of Deng, but not quite able to do so. Oh, and there's been a little bit of contact there between the Force India and the Williams. And the Williams of Full Air's just gone too wide, and that's allowed Dino to get through here in just before Pouon. Looks like the drivers' tyres are very cold. Everyone's struggling for tyre temperature. But one person who is not struggling at the moment is Bullet Boy. He is in the lead by 2.5 seconds at the moment on those soft tyres, ahead of Sam on the medium compound of tyre. But we have some yellow flags in sector 2, and that looks like it's for Demon. Don't know what's happened to him, but we're going to stay with this battle here. Dino doing a good job of blocking Full Air there just before Blanchimont. And through Blanchimont will Full Air look to make a move in the bus stop. Tries to go around the outside. Got the inside line for the last part of the chicane. And now they're going to be side by side coming into La Source. No, not quite. Will Williams look to make a move into the Source? He's been sent up the inside by the Renault there, Deng. He's made the move up the inside of La Source. No, not quite. He just hasn't won the traction battle there. Has Deng, but oh, very close, and oh, through the top of Radion. He's made the move on Full Air there. How on earth has he done that? That was destined to be a massive, massive crash there. And somehow it's been avoided by Full Air. Absolutely then mugs him off into Lecom around the outside of Deng. Is Full Air, who somehow got overtaken through Radion. But it looks like things are just starting to calm down ever so slightly after the bonkers start we have had to this Grand Prix here at Spa. But Mort has found himself past Matty. That moves Mort up into 7th place. And now we've got Jason under pressure from the Mercedes of Jacuzzi. Jacuzzi just goes clean around the outside there at the first Stabilo. As now DRS has been enabled. So I'm sure that we're going to see some more cars absolutely fly past in a straight line. As I'm being now told in the chat to call him North, but to that person commenting in the chat, he has instructed me to call him Mort, so I'm going to listen to him on that one there. But Full Air behind Dino coming through Air Rouge and Radion. He's going to pick up the slipstream and open up DRS behind Dino. He's not going to be quite close enough there to get a move done. And same goes for Deng. All good, mate. It's now looks like everything is sort of steadying down here. And Bullet Boy has a massive, well, I say massive, 4.5 second lead, and then 8 and a bit seconds back to Sam is Dino. So Bullet Boy in a very strong position here. He just needs to keep extending that gap. As we've got Jacuzzi and Matty nearly side by side here. Oh, and yellow flags as Jason has lost his front wing at Pouon. Not entirely sure how it happened, but I am assuming that he clipped the inside curb and the car went spinning right round. Anytime I just think of spinning right round, I think of Sebastian Vettel, quite sadly, as he just seemingly wants to spin right round at every single possible opportunity. But Jacuzzi, with literally no ERS here, think you need to be saving some ERS there, pal. But looks like everyone is a little bit close to Dino here on the run down to Air Rouge and Radion. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here as they come through Air Rouge now and through Radion. Dino a little bit compromised with his run through there, and now Full Air is in the slipstream. DRS open using overtake mode. He's going to have to go the long way around into Les Source. Will he get... Oh, there's been contact there, and that is forced Full Air to cut across the chicane. Not entirely who was at fault there, but Deng has now sneaked his way past Full Air into 4th place as Dino survived that. But these guys battling here is working out perfectly for Bullet Boy, who now has a 14-second gap to these guys. At the very least, it's a little bit more now. If that gap just keeps opening up, he's going to be able to make a pit stop and come out potentially ahead of these guys. As we now head down the back straight towards Blanchimont, and Deng is now in the slipstream of Dino, trying to go up the inside in Blanchimont, forces the Force India wide there, does Deng. And now the Force India trying to make the move up the inside the bus stop chicane. I can't quite see the Renault on picture as he's ran deep. And Dino there has somehow held on. Oh, but Matty Shaw, what's happened to him? He's retired from the session. I'm not entirely where or how. But Dino has somehow survived that onslaught. And Deng has moved himself up into 4th. Full Air in 5th, Shane in 6th, and Moore in 7th. Wowee, what action we have just seen there. But now the Williams of Full Air in the slipstream of Deng weaving about. Full Air looking to go up the inside, but he's just a tad too far back to make a move there into Lecombe. Oh, and Full Air's gone wide there on the exit of Lecombe. And Liam has gone up the inside there through Brussels. But Deng now through Puwan, very cautious on the revs there and on the throttle, just protecting these medium compounded tyre. He's tucked up behind Dino. He's certainly going to... Oh, running a bit wide through there. I just got nervous, did I, through there? As now we have Bullet Boy in the pits. What tyre is he going to go on to? I assume he's going to go on the medium tyre. Well, I know he's going to go onto the medium tyre. There's no point even thinking about it. And there we have it. But Deng tucked up behind Dino for the time being. As we also have Full Air coming into the pits. But where's Bullet Boy going to come out? He's going to come out ahead of these guys. So Bullet Boy with a brilliant pace there. Oh, and Deng has gone up the inside there of El Rouge. Brilliant, fantastic move there on the Force India. And does the Force India have an issue? It's going a little bit slowly there, or did he just allow Deng to go up the inside and not risk contact? I believe that is what happened. But Bullet Boy with a fantastic pace there on the soft tyre to come out it's still in 2nd place ahead of Deng. Oh, but he locks up there in Brussels. And he is now just behind Bullet Boy as Anel Tanovic has made up a place on Jason, who's lost his front wing again. I think he's at least lost his front wing beforehand. But dang, with those warmer medium tyres, able to close up to the back of Bullet Boy here. As you can see, Jacuzzi and Anel have made 2 stops in this race after there was some contact at the restart of the safety car. Oh, and Woods is retired somewhere here. We're gonna see on board with Jason whereabouts. Oh, how on earth has he lost it there? But he has lost it there. I'm not sure how. We might see, but there you go. Woods is out of the Grand Prix. But as you can see, the big winner, making up 16 positions, is Sam. Oh, and Dino loses the rear end there coming out of the source. I thought that was gonna be Laters for Dino, but he somehow managed to save it. But the big winner so far in this Grand Prix has been Sam, who started last, or at least second last on the grid, and he is currently in first place, 11 seconds ahead of Bullet Boy. Of course, he has not made his pit stop, I believe. Yeah, he hasn't made his pit stops. There you go. He's the only one not to pit so far. And he's on 10 lap old medium tyres. As Bullet Boy just so ever slightly now starting to pull away from Deng, as that gap is now a second, but we're watching Shane behind Dino here. As these two are certainly closing up to each other through the first stabilo we come. Oh, the Force India of Dino really struggling with those rear tyres now. We've seen him nearly lose out of the source. And now on the run up to Blanchimont, is Shane going to make a move? No, he looks like he's not using any ERS at all. And opting just not to risk it into that corner. It can be quite dangerous, that corner. As in another league I commentated on, there was major contact into that corner last night, as we have Sam coming into the pits, and he is going to go onto that soft compound of tyre. But Shane very aggressive into La Source and just losing the rear end ever so slightly. That's going to set him back from any opportunity here of overtaking Dino, I believe. Indeed, I don't think he's going to be quite close enough. Indeed, he is not David Croft, but Sam has come out in 7th place here, and he's in the slipstream of Jacuzzi. He is absolutely gaining massively here. He's going to have to go. Oh, he's faked him. He's gone down the inside. There has Sam. Oh, he sold the dummy, and Jacuzzi put it in his mouth and took it. I don't know if that was right, but Jacuzzi absolutely mugged off there by Sam with an absolute dummy and a half. Daniel Ricciardo-esque. So risky to do, but here it is cut, and it is paid off for him big time there. But now Mort trying to go around the outside of Shane, not going to be able to do so into that corner, as it looks like Shane is now struggling, whereas on the previous lap it looked like it was Dino. But anyway, it's now Mort in the slipstream of Shane, going to try and look to make the move around the outside of Blanchimont there. Oh, and he's done it! Mort with a brilliant move there around the outside of Shane into Blanchimont, and now the Pink Panthers have taken 3rd and 4th place for the time being. But Shane does look to be struggling on his 10-lap-old medium tyres. I'm not too sure if they'll be able to take these tyres to the end. The top from Dang, Dino, Mort, Shane and Sam. I'm not entirely sure if they'll be able to make it to the end, but Bullet Boys certainly will be. And these guys will be having Sam breathing down their necks very shortly. It's now Mort putting Dino under pressure here. Ooh, thought about a move into Brussels there. But that would have been very, very risky and probably would have resulted in some contact between the two Force Indias. Through Puon, they come. Mort running a little bit wide there. And Shane now closing back up. Ooh, and Mort just clipping some gravel up there. And he is well and truly in the slipstream with Dino here. He's in overtake mode. He's going to get into that slipstream now. And perhaps, maybe not to Blanchimont, but into the bus stop chicane. He's going to try and make the move on Dino. Which way is he going to go? He's going to have to go around the outside along the wrong way, but it looks like he's going to try and set up a switchback. Potentially to try and get a good run into La Source. And down the pitch straight. But he hasn't got the best run. Still a pretty solid run. As now Sam only in a second behind Liam now. Sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. But oh, Dino running a little bit wide there through the top of Radion, and that's going to make it extremely easy for Mort just to fly by. And up into third place is Mort ahead of Dino. As now Sam is closing up to the back here of Shane on much fresher tyres, and of course on the soft compound tyres compared to the medium compound tyres. Trying to just set up the move here into Puon. He's going to have the inside line here for Puon. Is he going to go up the inside here at Puon? Yes, he is. Oh, but he's lost it! Oh, he's absolutely lost it as Sam there. And Shane has somehow avoided him and maintained the position. But that's going to ruin Sam's fresh soft tyres. He might still be able to catch back up to Shane. But that is disaster there for the Renault. Looked like he had to move up the inside there in Puon. But spectacularly span. And that is going to make sure that is going to rule Sam out of any sort of battle with Shane for a little bit of time here. But now we have massive gaps everywhere on track. So we're going to watch the current race leader and the man who, if he doesn't make a mistake, should win the Grand Prix at the moment. Looks like he's certainly cruising to a victory here. So we have Anel Tanovic in the pits. Now it looks like he might set on a strap of super soft tyres here for the remaining laps, who got caught up in the incident behind. Well, when the safety car was coming in, but he has decided to go on the soft tyre. Not quite trusting the super soft tyre, and that tyre can certainly overheat very quickly at this track. Until we get a close enough battle on track, which we do have now between Anel and Jacuzzi down the Camel Straight. Jacuzzi on 3-lap old soft tyres and Anel on brand spanking new soft tyres. So you would fancy the Bosnian to pull away here. Now into Puon they come. Jacuzzi running a little bit wide, but Anel getting very close to that inside curb. Jacuzzi thought about potentially making a move, but thought better of it. Anel struggling a little bit just to warm up his tyres here through the first stabilo. Jacuzzi with barely any not DRS, ERS, I've just noticed. So I don't think he'll be closing into Aneltanovic any time soon. Into the bus stop chicane, he will recover some amount of energy, but not too much by the looks of it. Jacuzzi just not managing his ERS very well here. But the big question for me here is, will Deng, Moore, Dino and Shane pit off of those medium compounded tyres? They're 13 lap old at the moment. It'll be interesting to see whether or not they have to pit to the end of this race, as the Ferrari of Jacko has retired somewhere in the middle sector. But after his massive mistake earlier on, Sam is now starting to catch back up to Shane here. Of course, it was into this very corner, trying to go down the inside of Shane. He lost it massively, and that set him back for a little bit. But he is now rapidly closing up to these guys on these who are on very old medium tyres. He might even be able to make a move into the bus stop chicane. Is Sam? He is closing and closing and closing on Shane. Where is Shane going to defend? He's going to defend nowhere, as Sam just breezes past him like Shane was not even there. Sam showing some beautiful overtaking skill here today. Well, apart from that move at Puan, but he sold the dummy on Jacuzzi at the top of Lecom, down the Camel Straight. And that is Sam up into 5th place. He's got some yellow flags in Sector 3 as Max is retired. Wonder where that is. Not too sure, as we're going to just focus on the action on track. Oh, and Shane is just going to come out behind Aneltanovic there on the super soft tyre. Oh, we've got a safety car. Oh, and Shane is going to be kicking himself. He's just pitted onto that super soft tyre, and boom, the safety car has come out. And now Bullet Boy is going to be under a huge amount of pressure from the safety car restart, as he is surely going to pit off those medium tyres, and I'm sure we're going to see everyone now pit onto the super soft tyres. But a safety car, as Max and Demon have retired from the session. Not too sure where that was, but you can see quite a lot of debris just there on the outside of Blanchemont, so I wonder if it was through there. Not entirely sure. But Bullet Boy now coming into the pits to surely boot on a set of super soft tyres. It'll be interesting to see how many laps we will have back under normal green flag racing. But it's going to be a super sprint to the end for everyone. And I'm sure we're going to have a very, very chaotic ending. So the Renault of Deng is now on the super soft tyre as well. But the big question I thought was going to be, is Deng, Mort, Sam, Dino and Shane all going to make it to the end of that medium tyres? And they're not going to have to, as the safety car has come out and they're going to get a free pit stop to go on the super soft compounded tyre. But this brings back everyone into contention for a race win, because who knows what could happen here. As Mort is just trundling down the Camel Straight. So we have Bullet Boy and Deng tucked up behind the safety car already. And I think we'll be doing at least another lap after this behind the safety cars. Bullet Boy, as we've seen throughout, is very aggressive behind the safety car. The reason why I say that we're probably going to have another lap is because Jason is only coming across to start lap 18 now. So that's... and these guys are just through Puon now. So I'm assuming that we're going to have another lap behind the safety car. So Marshall is waving his beautiful yellow flag there. Oh, Jason there losing the rear end slightly through Air Rouge. Oh, and Bullet Boy, mate, please don't crash into the back of the safety car. You're making me nervous, man. But indeed, the safety car will stay out for at least one more lap. Jason coming through Brussels, the just seemingly non-stopping right-hand up through the corner with no name. I must say, he is saving ERS good. At least I think he is. Let's see. We can check. There we go. He is saving ERS because I noticed that he had very little ERS there. Galactic Skull saying, does he want to get any closer to the safety car? I know. It's making me nervous. I'd be staying well away from the safety car. But seemingly, Bullet Boy wants to get right up close and personal with the safety car. As we can see, everyone is on the super soft compound tyre, and for whatever reason, Jacuzzi is in the pits. He might have just tapped someone underneath the safety car. That will do absolutely no harm. As we've got Jason once again coming in to pit for some super soft tyres. And this might mean that safety car might stay out for another lap. Not entirely sure why Jason has pit again. He's just decided to pit for another fresh set of super soft tyres. Maybe just to try and get fresh as set as possible, but you're running the risk of not getting up and catching the queue before the safety car comes in. Oh, and Jacuzzi getting very close to the back of Tarkus there. But I'm sure everyone is just very frustrated that we're not yet getting underway. But Jason is just now a couple of corners behind and might be able to catch the queue if the safety car were to come in at the end of this lap. And let's see if it does. We're just a little bit away to see if it will come in on this lap. No, the safety car will stay out for an... Oh no! The safety car is in this lap and Jason has caught up to the back of the field. The safety car is coming in on this lap. Now, will Bullet Boy do a better job here of just holding up the pack and making sure that we don't have a repeat of what happened where he nearly caught the safety car? But when will Bullet Boy decide to pull the trigger and go? Not yet. It looks like he's going to do it. Coming out of the bus stop chicane. And there we go. We're back underway here at Spa-Francorchamps for the last couple of laps of this Grand Prix. It's going to be an incredible finish to this race. It looks like we might have a move there by the Renault on the Force India, but not quite there. As now we have everyone bunched up behind each other on the run down to Air Rouge and then up the Camel Straight. Everyone's tyres. Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say. Mort is in the wall there. Everyone's tyres are cold, and it's going to be prime time for some crashes. As Anel Chanovic has moved himself up to 5th place. A nice move around the outside of Shane there. But Mort, very early on after this restart, has lost his front wing, I believe. At least I believe he has. Oh, and just add some extra spice. It has begun to rain here in Spa. Typical Spa is throwing up the beautiful mixed conditions for us here for the last couple of laps, as Sam is behind Dang and certainly looking to put the pressure on into this Stabilo. And now through Paul Fier. Sam is in the slipstream of Dang. He is in overtake, but he's not really gaining on Dang. But now the driver's going to have to be super careful in these conditions. Is Sam going to look to send a move up the inside of Dang into the bus stop chicane? Indeed he does, but Dang defends well there on the outside and keeps that second place for the time being. Is Sam going to try and send it up the inside into La Source? He does indeed and gets that move done into La Source. A brilliant move there by Sam, but of course we still have the run through Eau Rouge and Radion to go. And then the Camel Straight, the long Camel Straight. And this might just be the perfect opportunity for Dang to find his way back past his teammate in the Renault. It looks like he's going to be able to do that. Around the outside is Dang. Oh, is Sam still there on the inside? Yes, he is indeed. They're still side by side. And it looks like Sam has somehow maintained the position there. Fantastic racing between the two teammates there, as Anel Tanovic has moved himself ahead of Dino whilst that was unfolding. So now the Renaults are going to have to watch out for Anel Tanovic here if they continue to battle like they have done so. But the Bullet Boy has a commanding lead already, 3 seconds to Sam. He's just extended his margin, whilst the two Renaults have been battling amongst each other. But Sam with what looked like a poor run through Paul Fier, and now Dang is closing up massively as they're coming towards Blanchimont. Will he be close enough into the bus stop chicane to potentially make a move on his teammate? Sam defends the inside line there, covers it lovely, and Dang just trying to look for the best run possible out of the corner to try and get close enough into La Source, but he's not going to be close enough to make a move into La Source. He's going to have to try and get a good run here through Eau Rouge and through Radion and up the Camel Straight to make a move on his teammate here. Oh, and he's got a much better run here on his teammate. And now he's going to open up the DRS. Sam defending the inside with everything he has got. But they are side by side as they come into Lecom. Who has got the move done? Dang has got it done. Runs a little bit deep. Sam trying to set up a switch back here into Brussels. He's got a very good run and he's just got his car alongside. Trying to make the move up the inside of Brussels here is Sam. He's got the move done up the inside of Brussels. What a fantastic move there by Sam to get himself back past his teammate. And now they come through the tricky Pouan. It's tricky in the wet or the dry, and in these mixed conditions it's going to be even more trickier as Dang's losing a little bit of time through there to Sam in this battle for second place, who now also has Anel Tanovic right there behind Dang. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here as we come towards the line and down this back straight for the last time in this race and down towards the bus stop chicane. Now through Blanchimont we come, and now Anel Tanovic is going to try and make the move on Dang. He tries to send it down the inside. There's been some contact there. Dang closed the line. Anel trying to go for a switch back underneath, but he's spun. Anel Tanovic is spun and now he's going in reverse, trying to go across the line. And oh no, Anel Tanovic, absolute disaster. He's going to take 10th place here as Anel Tanovic. Oh, 11th place. Oh my days. What a finish to that race we have seen. What a battle between the two Renaults of Sam and then of course Altanovic there at the end. But it's been a Bullet Boy who has won here in Spa. A dominant display from start to finish really there by Bullet Boy. Fantastic performance there. And a thoroughly deserved victory. He was dominating before the safety car come out. And he dominated once the safety car went in. But it's going to be Bullet Boy who takes victory here at the Belgium Grand Prix. Second is Sam in the Renault. He defended brilliantly from his teammate there in an overtake, as well as defending from Deng to take second place. Yourself had a little bit of bile come up there. That's not particularly nice. Deng finishes third. Dino is in fourth. Fifth is Fuller. Sixth is Mort. Seventh is Shane. Eighth is Takis. Ninth is Jacuzzi. 10th is Jason. But Altanovic looked like he could have got third place, but he just lit up the rear end coming out of the bus stop. Finishes in 11th. The non-classifiers are Demon, Max Stoke, Woods, Matty, let's see, Matty, Tardis and Crowman. But man oh man, what a fantastic race we have seen here in the Flat Out Racing League Championship here at round number 9 at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. And well, it's been an absolute pleasure to be commentating for this league once more. And we will see you guys all next week. It's been fantastic to have you with us this evening. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later.